AI Slop and the Dead Internet Theory. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever been scrolling online, maybe late at night, and you stumble across something weird, like really weird? An image that doesn't quite make sense, an article that sounds like a robot having a fever dream, or a product review that's just a little too enthusiastic about a suspiciously cheap toaster. If you've nodded along to any of that, then you've already had a peek into the strange new world we're diving into today. We're talking about two interconnected, slightly alarming but totally fascinating concepts: AI slop and the dead internet theory. Sounds dramatic, right? But stick with me, because understanding this stuff is becoming super important for anyone who spends any time online, which, let's be honest, is pretty much all of us. So, first up, what in the world is AI slop? Imagine digital junk food. It's low effort, often very low quality content that's been churned out by artificial intelligence. Think of it like an AI hitting the easy button and flooding the internet with, well, slop. This isn't your high-end, carefully crafted AI art or super helpful AI assistant. Oh no. AI slop is usually mass-produced, often looks bizarre, and sometimes makes absolutely no sense. We're talking about those strange AI-generated images of Shrimp Jesus that went viral on Facebook, or those hilariously bad AI posters for that Willy Wonka-inspired event in Scotland that promised magic and delivered a mostly empty room. You might also see it in nonsensical ebooks popping up on Amazon, or weird recipes generated by AI that no sane person would ever try to cook. It's quantity over quality, on a massive, sometimes mind-boggling scale. Okay, so why is this digital junk suddenly appearing everywhere like uninvited guests at an internet party? Well, there are two main reasons: technology and money. First, the tech. AI tools that can create text, images, and even videos have become incredibly powerful and, crucially, super easy for almost anyone to use. Tools like ChatGPT for writing or Midjourney for images mean you don't need to be a tech wizard to create something. It's like everyone suddenly got handed a magic paintbrush that can paint anything, even if they've never painted before. This means tons more people can create tons more content, really fast. And that leads to the second reason: money. Or at least the hope of money. Some people are using these easy AI tools to try and make a quick buck. They might be engagement farming, creating tons of clickbaity, attention-grabbing posts just to get likes, shares, and hopefully, ad revenue. Think of those Facebook pages that post dozens of slightly off AI images a day. Others are using AI to create super cheap content for websites to try and rank higher on Google, or to write fake product reviews. And yes, some are even trying to sell AI-generated art or books. It's a bit of a wild west out there, with everyone trying to figure out how to use this new AI gold rush, even if the gold sometimes looks a lot like, well, slop. Now, if AI slop is the messy symptom, then the dead internet theory is the rather spooky diagnosis some people are giving the internet itself. This idea has been floating around online forums for years, but it's really picked up steam with the rise of powerful AI. So, what is it? The dead internet theory basically suggests that a huge chunk of the internet isn't actually made up of real people interacting anymore. Instead, it's dominated by bots, automated computer programs, and AI-generated content. The theory goes that genuine human conversations and creations are getting drowned out by this endless tide of automated stuff. It feels like you're shouting into a crowded room, but most of the people are just very convincing mannequins talking to each other. Proponents believe that algorithms, the computer codes that decide what you see on social media or in search results, often push this AI-generated or bot-driven content to the top because it gets a lot of clicks, even if it's not very good. And some worry this could even be used to manipulate what people think or to create a fake sense of popular opinion. It's the idea that the internet is becoming less of a real, vibrant human space and more of an artificial, automated one. Okay, so we've got AI slop and this idea of a dead internet. Why should we care? Is it just weird internet trivia? Not really. This stuff actually has some pretty big impacts. First, it erodes trust. When you can't easily tell what's real from what's fake online, it's hard to believe anything. Did a real person write that heartfelt comment, or was it an AI? Is that news story genuine, or was it whipped up by a machine? Second, it's a breeding ground for misinformation and disinformation. AI makes it incredibly easy to create convincing-looking fake news, fake images, and even fake videos. And this can spread like wildfire, confusing people about important issues. Third, it can devalue real human creativity. If the internet is flooded with cheap, instantly generated AI art or articles, it becomes harder for human artists, writers, and creators who put time, effort, and real passion into their work to get noticed and valued. And here's a weird one for you. There's even a risk of model collapse. AI learns from the data on the internet. If the internet gets filled with AI's own, sometimes flawed creations, future AIs might learn from that junk, and they could actually get dumber or weirder over time. It's like an AI photocopier making copies of copies until the original image is a blurry mess. Now, before we all panic and unplug our routers, let's get a bit of perspective. Is the internet actually dead and completely overrun? Probably not, or at least not yet. It's true that a lot of internet traffic, maybe even close to half, is made up of bots. But many of those are good bots doing useful things, like helping search engines find websites. And while AI-generated content is definitely on the rise, humans are still out there creating, sharing, and connecting. In fact, many studies show that well-crafted human content often still performs much better than AI slop. The dead internet theory, in its most extreme form, is likely more a reflection of our anxieties about how the internet is changing. It highlights real concerns about the sheer volume of automated content and the quality of our online experiences. The internet isn't a total ghost town, but the neighborhood is definitely changing. So what's next? The internet will keep evolving. We might see it break up a bit more, with people seeking out smaller, more trusted online communities to escape the noise of the wider web. Jobs will change, with some tasks being automated, but new roles related to AI also popping up. But the good news is, we're not helpless bystanders in this. There are things being done and things we can do to help keep the internet a more real and useful place. Tech companies are working on tools to detect AI-generated content and watermark it so we know its origin, though this is a constant game of cat and mouse. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok are creating policies about labeling AI content and trying to remove harmful fakes. Governments are starting to think about rules for AI too. But honestly, the most powerful tool we have is our own brain. Developing our media literacy, basically, our ability to think critically about the information we see online, is more important than ever. We need to learn to question things, to check sources, and not just instantly believe everything that pops up on our screens. As users, we can choose to support genuine creators. We can be more mindful about what we share. We can engage in thoughtful conversations. So yes, the internet is getting a bit slop-filled, and the idea of a dead internet can feel a bit unsettling, but it's not game over. It's a challenge. A call for all of us to be more aware, more critical, and more engaged in shaping a digital world that still values authenticity and real human connection. The internet is too amazing a tool to just let it become a junkyard of AI leftovers. We all have a part to play in keeping it vibrant, trustworthy, and, well, human. What do you think? Have you seen some truly bizarre AI slop out there? Does the internet ever feel a bit dead to you? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if you found this interesting or helpful, you know the drill. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more explorations into our amazing and sometimes weird digital world, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.